Death Valley, Clemson Memorial Stadium. A late-season clash, one that could have huge stakes and could be a determining factor in how this season is remembered. Week 11 in EA Sports College Football. The Tar Heels will kick off first, and here we go. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Out of the chute, quick toss to the right. Let's take a second and talk about Clemson. For some teams, the road into the top 25 can be a little more treacherous than for others. And once you get there, you've got to convince the rest of the country you deserve to stay.
And I think that's what's next for this squad. They've earned the right to get in the top 25. People are noticing what they're doing. Now, let's continue to build on it because they haven't proven they're a top 10 team, and they want to get to that point.
Yeah, let's stay hungry. Let's not be satisfied with the fact that we just broke into the top 25. Let's get in the top 20, top 15, top 10. Let's make the college football playoff. Don't want to get ahead of your skis here too early. It's a nice thing to be inside the top 25 now, but you want to continue to get better.
And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44. The Tigers will snap it on 1st and 10. Scanning the field, it's Vincent. Makes the grab.
I'll tell you, man, I love quarterbacks that have arm talent, but that can throw it accurately at the same time, and you saw all of it on that in route.
Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Back to pass again. What a grab with one hand. On the one hand, literally, that was a fantastic catch, but on the other hand, didn't get enough.
Yeah, it kind of reminds me of an old basketball analogy, like $1 million move, $1 finish. Nice play, but...
Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Down in the end zone, the big play there, and the defense gets the stop. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Knocked down behind the line of scrimmage, he'll lose a yard.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
Moves it out to the 34-yard line. A nice 15-yard gain on that one.
And, David, we know when you're playing on the road how important it is to try and steal momentum early and quiet the crowd. You gash the defense with a run like that to pick up a big first down, that'll do it. And that's really a tone setter, I think, for this offense. And you're sending a direct message to the opponent. We are going to be physical, and we're going to try to run this thing down your throat.
Yeah, and they got a chance to respond, and the crowd hopefully can get behind them and get back in it. The defense has got to do a better job. We got to stop the run. They got to tackle, get more hats to the football. This will be a challenge. They're going to run the football. They better be man enough to stop it.
2nd down, going to throw it. It's complete to the left. Brought down at the 47-yard line after the 15-yard pickup. And the Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. Going to the running game. Just what they were looking for, and he's got him set up in business at the 35 with a 1st down.
1st down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big gain.
That's a 20. He's got space. And he's in. Pounded his way in for the score. Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. And a huge run from the back for 6.
Man, it's nice to have a running back that can do that. That makes everything else easy on offense. Hey, hand it to that guy. He makes a big play. Yes, please.
Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Boy, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did on the first part of that drive that made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
Each brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn. On a ground to cover here on 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Vincent. Rushes on, reels it in. Tackle is made at the 27. Let's see if they decide to punt it. Clemson will send the punt team out. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. First one of the day is booted away. They ran him out there 4 times in the victory last week. Makes a move. They'll put that return to a stop at the 33, but the offense set up in pretty good field position. And so the Tar Heel offense makes its way onto the field to start the drive. Already a solid start to this one. Now back to work with this 7-0 lead. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
Stopping the run is very high on every defensive coordinator's list. Making the team one-dimensional. Nice job stuffing the run on that play right there.
Got a man. It's Lay. At midfield, he's got room. Taken out of bounds after a good pickup there. They're in striking distance at the 37. The Tar Heels peeled off a huge chunk of yardage through the air and now back to the line. He's going to change things up against this defensive look. Caught. Excellent job rallying to the ball, and they knock him down.
And I love when my quarterback sees zone and knows exactly where to go with the football. Sees the wide receiver running the drag route, knows when to throw it, pulls the trigger for the easy completion.
And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a new set of downs. They're looking for an advantage to the right. Tackle behind the line, and he'll lose one on the play. Hit a little speed bump on this drive. It's 2nd and 12. Looking to throw, and they need a bunch. Makes the grab on the left. He'll be stopped just short of the end zone, but they'll have it 1st and goal. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. On the move. He's into the end zone. Touchdown, Tar Heels. The first score of the game for the man who leads the nation in rushing touchdowns. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14.
And that's what makes this quarterback so dangerous, fellas. He can hurt you throwing the ball, but man, is he ever dangerous and explosive with his feet. You have got to be able to get this guy on the ground. If you don't, he has got way too much wiggle and speed. You saw it right there.
Trying to move them on the counter. Picks up a useful 5-yard chunk out to the 30-yard line. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Looking downfield, it's Vincent. Gets rid of it. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly. This is where you make the money on the drive. Ball at the 30, it's 3rd and short. Looks as if the defense was a little too eager there, got into the neutral zone, and that'll be a 5-yard penalty. Defense just a little too eager, and that's 5 yards for the O. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Pulls it. Gain of about 4 sets up a 2nd and 6.
When you play the option and you play this responsibility football, sometimes your eyes can get lost. They didn't on that play. Nice job honing in, getting in there quickly, getting the quarterback to the ground.
All over him immediately. They'll have to push the ball down the field here on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll be 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Trying to make one miss. They'll get him down at the 21-yard line. The coverage team able to stop him right there. They'd love to put a long drive together here as they start from their own 21. Here comes the heat. And down he goes.
And that's not a good sign for this offense. You gave up 4 sacks a week ago. Now you're already getting your quarterback hit. They've got to protect their dude. They got to give him more time so he can make plays down the field. Protection is the biggest issue for this offense.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our
offense staying on the field. They'll hurry up on 4th down. The give on 4th. And he did not make it. That's standing tall against the run. So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. They'll test the right side. Knocked down immediately. Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Motion from the back. Dropping back, it's Vincent. Good quickness to grab it off the bounce. Breaks free, and he might be gone. And after the stop, that is going to put a bow on this 1st quarter. Headed to the line at the 23, trying to convert this 3rd and short. Good timing on the quick out. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this 1st period. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. They wanted to strike first and strike hard, and they've been able to do that here in the 1st quarter as we take a look at the stats. Hit and dropped, and he got nothing on 1st down.
A lot of times you see these defenses, man, they pull the run blitzes. They understand the formations. It might be a run, play the percentages, and then you got to deal with the big defensive tackle inside. So more bodies near the line of scrimmage. Everybody's got to pick him up, but they didn't block the most important guy, the big fella right in the middle.
The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
Bells and whistles have got to be going off in this quarterback's head now. It's 3rd and long, so you know you're expecting pressure. You got to know where your hot routes are. You got to be able to read the coverage and make sure you get this football out of your hands quickly to not take a sack or worse, turn the football over.
They get him stopped at the 5-yard line, but it will be 1st and goal from there. And the Tigers go back to work after moving the chains through the air. Tells the play fake, wants to throw on 1st down. Touchdown, Tigers! Quick strike through the air for the score.
And I think this is really the separators in good offense and great offense. Can you throw the football inside the 5-yard line with the tight windows? He can. Nice strike, nice catch, nice execution.
And he's going to bring this one out. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They're working that left side. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the 1st down. And the Tar Heels can really attack on this 2nd and short. Tackled at the 28. It's a pickup of 5.
If I'm building an offense in today's football, it's not around a quarterback that can't run. I'm going to find an athlete that I can give the ball because defensively, you can run that on 1st down and set up a short yardage on 2nd down. It makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on 2nd down.
It's getting loud in here, and they may raise the dues on Ncaa if they can stop him on 3rd down. Going to audible here. Let's see what they do.
defense has got to be jacked up, and they finally forced the fourth down, right? They've gotten a couple of first downs, got some things going, but I think it's decision time for this offense. And this D's got to do it one more time, right? They've got to get another play, a big
tight end makes the grab, first down, still on his feet. Knocked down, but he's got enough to move the chains and convert that fourth down. And the Tar Heels, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The give. 9-yard pickup on the play. It's now 2nd and 1. 9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. They give it to him again. There he goes. And he's knocked down. They'll mark it at the 15. It's a first down in the red zone. The Tar Heels pounded the rock to move the sticks, now back to work. Looking for running room. Stopped at the 13-yard line as the drive continues.
The defense wins that one, and the offensive line was challenged by their coaching staff coming into this game to try and get push up front and establish the line of scrimmage. They're going to have to do a better job running than that if they're going to win this one.
Looking for the score. And that one is picked up in the end zone. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. He stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. Holds on, it's Ellington.
And quarterback dropping back, understanding I'm getting zone coverage. All I got to do is be a little bit patient, manipulate that defense a little bit. My wide receiver runs that drag, and I get the first down.
Quick give. It's Richard. Crosses the 40. There's some room. And they get him down at the 43, but this is the kind of explosive play you want to build on.
What a phenomenal job in the open field, breaking off the long run, and they're not going to just take their time and huddle up to get the next play called. They're right back at the line of scrimmage, going tempo.
And defensively, one of the most important things is stopping the run, being physical up front. That was too easy for this offense. You can't give up 5 and 6 yards a pop on the ground. Like, that is a recipe for disaster. They got to be more physical, get off the ball, get downhill faster.
Ball at the 38. The defense will try to get a stop on 3rd and short. Gets the back moving. To the air. It's Vincent. Left side is Ellington. Offenses gain momentum with 3rd down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. The Tigers are rolling down the field. From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. Able to make the stop after a gain of 2 to the 22. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. From the gun, he'll try to throw. Oh, pressure's coming. And he avoids the hit and slides after the short gain.
And they bring the blitz. I mean, you could tell. They want to make him feel uncomfortable as quick as possible, and you can see him. He takes off with the football, and they just trying to get to him.
Makes the grab in their space. And a big hit at the end, but it didn't stop him from getting the first down.
That is a play the offense absolutely had to have. They're trailing, right? This is a big 3rd down, but what a great job by the QB and his target being on the same page, hooking up for that big-time play. Now they're in the red zone, and all of a sudden they got a chance to score a touchdown here and make this thing interesting.
Picked up some of what they needed on first down. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 5. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. They'll try to dial up a better one this time on 2nd and goal from the 5. Looking to get it in. And he's going to score. Touchdown, Tigers. Looking for the tie with the extra point.
I was so excited for this game because I just knew it was going to be a back-and-forth battle. And that's what we've seen here. Great job by the quarterback. Good decision, reading the coverage, accurate throw. They get the extra point. This thing is all knotted up.
On the run from inside his own 5. He only needs a sliver of daylight. Oh, what vision. One little mistake in your kick coverage unit against this dude, and you are in a world of trouble, and they were barely able to keep him from scoring. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Looking for room. It's Sharp. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
And listen, the offensive line has to do their job, but a really good job by the running back, understanding where his hole is. Go hit it, get the first down, don't mess around. Nice job following his hole, getting positive yards.
Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. And that got under their skin a little bit, having to use the TO after giving up the first down. It's first down from the 11. He'll be hauled down just inside the 10 at the 9 as they're trying to turn this into a score. Clemson calls its second timeout. They'll get together to decide how to play this second down. Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, UNC! They'll try to add another to their lead. And with the extra point, the score is now 21-14. Quick strike offense on that three-play scoring drive. And what a way to finish it with a 9-yard touchdown run. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They'll try to answer that last score with one of their own. A chance here to tie the game with a touchdown drive. They'll run this one off right tackle. Picked up maybe 3 on the play at 2nd and 7. They'll try to kick it into overdrive. Clock's running. Second down coming.
A nice job being gap sound by this defense. And here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right back on the ball, and they'll go really quick, so you got to be prepared.
And the pass to the sideline will pick up a short gain.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
They'll send the back in motion. Back to pass, it's Vincent. Great job to separate the ball from the receiver there.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Throws for the tight end. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. Turning it on. Touchdown, North Carolina. The defense putting points on the board. And the extra point pushes the lead to 14. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll run the counter. Banging, slithering, whatever it takes to get that ball up to the 32. North Carolina will call its second timeout. And they'll still have one in their pocket for what's left in this first half. Wants to throw. He's working against the clock. Turns it upfield. Turns it on in midfield. Still on his feet. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of... Sets his feet. It's Vincent. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. So they've gotten it right on the doorstep. Couldn't get it in via the air last time. Here's third down. That is the final timeout for the Tar Heels. And they won't be able to stop the clock again for the remainder of this half. They got nothing and liked it, or probably didn't like it on the last play. Now it's third and goal. Touchdown, Clemson! Excellent pass by the back on the option.
Textbook how you end a first half. You're trailing, you need to put a drive together. Great job using all of the clock, getting the TD, and you want to talk about creating some momentum going into the half and knowing I get the football, so everything trending in the right direction.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. Drops back on first down. Pass is incomplete, and we dwindle down to 7 seconds. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Hauls it in. That should be the final play of the first half. And they head to the locker room. 2 quarters in the books, and time for us now to check in with Kevin Connors in our EA Sports College Football studio with scores from around the country. Ready to start the second half, and Clemson will kick it away. The returner's going to try to see what he can get. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. We check in with Holly Rowe.
Coach Lincoln Riley told me coming out of the locker room at the half, this is the moment his defense has to get organized. They have been a little problematic here in this first half, giving up too many points. And now, with the opponents getting the ball to start the second half, they do not want that momentum and a positive offensive output right here to change this game. He said our defense has to make a statement and make a stand, and it starts right now. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly.
That is how you start a drive. Need the physical challenge on first down. Rush the quarterback, get the sack on second down, and now put him in a 3rd and long situation. Nice job by this defense.
Look out! And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Touchdown, Tigers. This defense making a big play and putting it in the end zone.
You always hear coaches harping on their quarterbacks to keep 2 hands on the ball. That time, he got hit, the ball came free, bounced right into the defender's hands, and he makes them pay, taking it back all the way for a score.
And he's not going to take the touchback. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Their lead is gone, and they'll try to grab it back on this drive. And there were no creases or crevices to run through, and they shove him out of bounds.
That's a really good job by the defense, wrapping them up, getting them on the ground, take away that run game, make them one-dimensional, put them in passing situations. Really good job by the defense.
Now they've got even more breathing room out to the 31 and a fresh set of downs. A 1st and 10 for this offense. They'll ride the running back and leave it with him. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Continuing to churn and move it forward, and they're closing in on midfield. It's down at the 48. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Bought a little time, lets it go. Working that left side now. He'll work his way down to the 28. And the Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs thanks to that last connection in the passing game. They think they can impose their will here with the run to the right. Tough run in this part of the field. He's got 4 down to the 23. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Handoff to the single running back. Defense there to stop him at the 20. Let's give him 3 yards on that carry. Beneath the shadow of Howard's Rock, Death Valley is rocking, trying to help the Tigers on 3rd down. Defense comes up with a stop, but not before he moves the chains and takes it inside the 10 to the 8. The Tar Heels trying to pay off the threat on 1st and goal. They'll try to get it in with the run. Touchdown, Tar Heels! They looked finished, but they're all the way back, and they have the lead. He's doubled his touchdown output for the season in this game. 3 of his 6 have come in this one. And the extra point was good. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Clemson ready to dial up some ball plays. They've got it on offense. They saw what happened on that last scoring drive, and now probably feeling a little bit of heat to answer. Nice move to keep running. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they get it out to the 36. Offense set on first down. The give on the counter. He breaks a tackle. Defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play.
Another tough run for this offense, and I think a big reason why they're down on the scoreboard right now is they just haven't been able to get this guy going. They've tried to give him the ball a lot.
Going for it all. And it's incomplete after taking a shot on second down. They're staring at third. Trying to pick up a first down. Moves the pocket. It's Vincent. Fires to the middle. And he throws another interception, his 3rd of the night. Didn't let him get loose on the return, but he'll take it as they have the ball at the 47. North Carolina's offense comes onto the field ready to start the drive. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And that's a really good job by this defense. Complete defensive effort. When the back end makes the quarterback hold the football a little longer than he wants to, and then the pass.
There he goes. Inside the 10. So close to that end zone. He could almost taste it, but it'll be 1st and goal for this offense. The explosive play set the table. Now they got to serve the feast. Now on the move. Touchdown, UNC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
It's just so nice to have a signal caller who can make plays through the air and make plays with his feet like this. Runs in for the touchdown. The defense knows I have to account for him every play. That's my quarterback.
And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
Well, coming out in the second half, they knew they needed to throw the ball to have success, and they have not yet found a completion here in the 3rd quarter. This quarterback has got to be able to find a way to get himself back in rhythm.
Moving the pocket, it's Vincent. The throw. Zings it complete to the right. At the 45 on his way. Just what they were looking for. A huge explosive play, and they're inside the 15 at the 13-yard line. The entire complexion of this possession changed on that one play. Now they've got it 1st and 10 inside the 20. They'll throw it from the red zone. Finds his man. They'll get it down to the 8-yard line on that throw and catch, and the defense is backed up against the wall. Going to work in the red zone. They can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Sends it back in motion. Straight ahead, it's Richard. Touchdown, Clemson! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he's showing all of those attributes right there.
And the extra point was good as they finished the drive. On the move from inside his 5. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Holly Rowe has an update.
Here on the Tar Heel sideline, this has turned into a ground attack. Both teams able to run the ball, but they want to answer right now, see if they can continue to get some momentum. But keep in mind, they also want that passing attack to come alive. We'll see what they're able to do right here on this drive. I'll keep you posted on how things develop here on the sideline. Back to you.
Okay, Holly. Got 8 on first down, now looking at a 2nd and 2. A collision, and he stopped at the 27 after picking up 1. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. He'll have the first down as he gets it to the 28-yard line before he stopped.
And you see this so much in college football, man. Now, short yard situations, you give it to your QB, you get the extra blocker, and it's just really hard to stop, man, because he still is a thrower, and there's still that threat. But nice job being physical in the line of scrimmage by this offense.
Got 3 on first down at 2nd and 7. Off the bootleg to buy a little space. He'll pull it down. Keeps it and gets past the chains. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48. And the Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field. Single back formation, and they give it to him. Drop immediately. He got nothing on first down. A lot of ground to cover, and they need a chunk here on 2nd down. Looking downfield, it's Silver. Firing to the right, complete. Carrying the ball with attitude down to the 42. They have work in front of them on 3rd and short from the 42. A run for the quarterback. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36. The Tar Heels come to the line with a fresh set of downs. The give to the left.
And this is exactly how you want to draw it up if you're an offensive coach. Later in the game, you start to get in the second half, and you've got the lead, and you can be the more physical team. It's really hard for somebody to come back. This defense has got to come up with a stop. They got to get more physical right now in this football game, or it's going to get out of hand.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. Wants to throw on first. Caught into the end zone. Touchdown, North Carolina.
One of the reasons this offense is so exciting to watch, they've got guys that are dangerous after the catch. And if this quarterback gets through his progression, David, he hits you in stride, these guys will take it to the house.
Man, it's your job to do the rest, right? You hit me in stride where I don't have to stop running. I don't have to break down. It makes it so easy, the connection between quarterback, wide receiver. You can tell this is a good one, and that's why they got 6 on that play.
Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Leaves it with the back. Defense makes a stand as the clock runs down to 0. This game is decided as we check out the Week 11 scoreboard. Top 12 teams in the country. Of course, all of these teams playoff contenders. So the final period starts with a 2nd down play. Looking to pass. It's Vincent. Out wide left, it's Mayer. Makes a catch, but goes no further, and it'll be a short pickup on that one. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. He's got it. And the defense makes the immediate tackle, but he has enough for the first down. They absolutely had to have that 3rd down to keep any glimmer of hope alive.
And defensively, that's exactly what I want. Make you get the 3rd down. The clock is your enemy. Multiple possession lead. That is right where I want this offense.
It's dropped after taking the hit. Long way to go on 2nd down. Turns up, it's Ellington. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and long from the 42. If they can get some of it, it might give them a chance to go for it on 4th down. They just keep firing. Rush right in his face. Got his man. And they are finding some space in this defense. He's got it down to the 25. The Tigers racing to the line in the hurry-up.
And even though they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, they've got a quarterback that can bring them back, but they need him now to play his A-plus level of football. We saw a nice...
Makes the catch! He gets it in! Touchdown, Tigers! If this dude were a kitchen knife, he would be slicing tomatoes so thin your in-laws would never come back to your house.
Well, that'd be a good thing. I don't know if I want my in-laws to come back anyways, but he's been on fire. He's been absolutely torching this defense. They've had absolutely no answers for him.
And he's going to bring this one out. Tackled and brought down at the 16-yard line after the return. Let's check in quickly with Holly Rowe.
Here on the North Carolina sideline, there is a lot of excitement because this offense is outperforming a much higher-ranked team defensively. They know they've got an opportunity in this game with the lead and the ball, but they have got to play clean football right now. Right before they huddled up to take the field, the coaches are yelling, execute, execute. We'll see if they're able to make that happen and keep this lead. Guys, back to you.
Appreciate that, Holly. Found enough room to get it into enemy territory. They're down at the 43-yard line.
And this offense has really done a nice job on the ground. Like, the ground game has been solid, man. Nice job opening holes, running the football. They've been consistent with the run. And as this game creeps along, right, if they can continue to do this with the lead, this is going to be a game that they're going to have in hand.
Swamped immediately.
Well, with the defense trailing, they're trying to dictate to the offense now. Really nice blitz call that time, blowing the run play up for a huge loss. You're probably going to see that again. They're trying to find a way to create a takeaway, create negative plays, and get the ball back.
Big 3rd down as the crowd gets behind this defense. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
Man, so nice to have a QB when you need him in the moments, can get those big 3rd down conversions with his legs. He does it here. He showed you the wheels some today, but a nice job late in this football game when you really need it.
That is just the kind of run you want when you're trying to close out a game. And the Tar Heels kept this drive moving on the ground. Now back to work. From the gun, running back on the move. They get him stopped, but those feet kept moving until he was down to the 5. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Just going to keep it after the snap. Touchdown, UNC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the 4th quarter as they go for their 6th straight win.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
The Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. Things had not gone the way they had planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this bumpy ride so far and avoid the upset. Can't hold on in the face of the contact.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
Quarterback feeling the pressure, and down he goes at the 22.
And the defense loves being in this type of situation, right? You've got a big lead. It's in the 4th quarter. You know the opponent's going to be throwing the football, so you get your best pass rushers coming off the edge, using that speed, dipping and ripping, getting to the quarterback.
We'll get another look at this offense. They'll keep it on the ground. They want this clock to move.
Well, they've got the lead. The defense, you want to run the ball and take as much time as possible between snaps. Stay in bounds and let this clock tick away.
Quick give. Pass to 6. He'll pick up a few on the play, just enough for the 1st down. They'll mark it right at midfield. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their 1st. They still have a couple of timeouts to work with in this final quarter. See if they can turn this drive into points. They've got it 1st and 10 at the 50. Looking for a physical attack from the gun.
No doubt the offense at this point of the game with the lead late, they're going to try and run the football. They're going to try and bleed the clock. They need all ball carriers to stay in bounds to keep this clock ticking, just like that guy did there.
Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And he avoids the sack.
My job is to make sure that ball comes loose. And I got to go through that guy, use my shoulder pad, drive my feet, really be physical. Because if he bobbles it at all, or as soon as his hand gets to the ball, you can tell the difference when that body jerks forward and that ball starts to come loose and pop out.
Final timeout called by the Tigers. And they'll have to navigate the rest of this game without being able to stop the clock. The give to the lone running back. He's got the first down. Touchdown, Tar Heels! He got loose, and it was lights out after that. The lead grows, and you can sense they know how important wins are this late here in Week 11. And the extra point splits the uprights, and they're up a full 3 touchdowns, a 21-point cushion in the 4th.
Well, it's a nice job there executing the run play and getting in for the score, but you got to wonder, guys, is it too little, too late? They're still trailing by a ton here in the 4th quarter.
Clemson has their paws on it, and they'll send out the offense. Right side, it's Ellington.
I know a lot of people don't like to prevent yourself from winning, but when I'm up by 3 scores in the 4th quarter, I am not giving up a single big play. I'm letting you check it down, throw it in front of me.
And that makes 5 interceptions in this one. The nightmare is alive. Didn't have a lot of room to run after the pick, but he's done his job. They have it at the 44. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. The handoff. Nice run to pick up his way for good yardage there.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
We've reached a 2-minute timeout, and in all likelihood, they could just run the clock out. We'll see if they want to rub a little salt in the wound. Looking for a crease. It's Sharp. Bring him down.
Well, this is a defense that we know takes tons of pride stopping the run. That's where it all starts and ends with them, and you saw a great effort on that last play.
Trying to slip through and pick it up. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
And big-time play by this defensive line, setting the line of scrimmage, getting the stop, forcing the 4th down. Now, I think I got a pretty good idea, Palmer, that, well, if you're calling plays, if I'm calling plays, well, really, if anybody's calling plays, I'm thinking green light.
Yeah, so let's see if the defensive line can do it again. You just saw it on that last play. Can they bow up one more time, make a game-changing and a momentum-changing type play to give the football back to their offense?
I guess they're just trying to build up the stats. Left side, it's Lay. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he takes it in on the final play of the game. You play through the echo of the whistle, and they did that with the ceiling touchdown.
And that's what I think makes this tight end so dynamic. He's so dangerous once he has the ball in his hands. There's so many tight ends out there that are just possession guys, and they usually go down right after they catch the ball. This guy has the ability